George, you never guess what?
Go on.
Today is your lucky day.
Okay, what does this entail?
Because I have got the company card.
I'll take that.
Yes, you will. And on that card, I have loaded it up with 20,000 of the
20.
store's great British sterling. Big 20.
Yeah.
Exactly that. So what I am tasking you to do is with that £20,000, I want you to pick out your dream saxophone setup.
Just one?
Ooh.
20 grand's a lot.
20 grand's a lot of money.
What about a couple?
Do you know what? A couple sounds good.
Yeah? Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So, George, you've played pretty much every saxophone here. What are you going to look for in your couple of saxophones?
Well, I think it would only make sense to have two completely different sounding setups, wouldn't it? Yeah. So it might go for one that's going to be slightly darker, a bit more of a rounded sound, and then we can go all out funk, brightness, just because it's lots of fun. And we're looking at some accessories as well.
Oh, yeah, you got to get the full kit. Yeah, a couple of mouthpieces, a couple of saxophones. Let's go.
Cool. Right, let's spend some money then, this 20k. Let's bring that down. So, we're in a very convenient area of the shop. We're next to Yanagisawa's, and as everybody knows, they are some of the best saxophones you can actually buy. So let's not bother with the standard TWO1s and TWO2s. Let's go to the fancy ones with the precious metals. So, solid silver here, that's 11.5k near enough, and that's going to eat into a lot of my budget if I want to get two saxes. And also, I am a huge fan of the marrying up of the solid silver and the bronze materials here, and it looks amazing. The engravings are fantastic, done by their master engraver over at Yanagisawa, so definitely going for that one. Let's come on down. We'll skip through the Yamahas, even though the black and gold one does look really cool. What else have we got here? So, Selmas, everybody knows that I love a Selma, so I'm probably going to go for the reference 54. If we had a series 2 here, I might have looked at that, but 54 in my opinion is probably, yeah, it's going to suit me more. So we'll go with that one. So that's at 7 grand. So we've got a fair amount of budget left. So let's go and look at some mouthpieces. Right, over to the mouthpieces then. The cupboard or the glass is already open, which is very convenient. So I'm reckoning we're going to go for 2 setups. One's going to be slightly darker than the other one, and why not separate it with a metal piece and an ebonite stroke hard rubber piece. Metal pieces, we've got lots of Theos, some Jody Jazzes, but I'm a big fan of the retro revival stuff, both metal and hard rubber. But I'm going to go with the Florida here, paying homage to some of the old links, which are a lot of the jazz greats would have played on. So we'll have a little blast on that one. First one, and the ebonite piece. I have played a lot on the Select Jazz before, which is a fantastic mouthpiece. But we've got more budget. Let's take it to the 10M fans. They are fantastic. So I love the Robusto. We're going to go on that one. Ligatures. I'm not going to go crazy with the ligatures. I like something that's really nice and easy to use. Aesthetic is not my main priority here. So MO on the hard rubber, and we're going to go with the Optimum on the tenor. And I know for a fact that that is going to fit perfectly because it was kind of based around the V16 mouthpiece, which is similar size to the Link. Straps. Always go for the Sabula, lovely comfortable strap, and after a few years of playing it really kind of takes shape around you. So yeah, that's brilliant. Let's go and look at some reeds. So with the reeds here, what are we thinking? So we've got lots of different ones. We've got loads of Van Dorens, we've got some fancy Superiors here, but I'm reckoning we're gonna stick with the very, very popular amongst students and kind of beginner saxophones is your standard Ricos, but everyone's used to playing those, and I think they're just going to pair up nicely with the mouthpieces. So we'll go with that. So yeah, let's go and see how it sounds.
Well, George, I see you've been busy with my money.
Your money?
Okay, you see you've been busy with the store's money.
I have indeed, yes.
So, which setup should we go through first?
Let's go with the Yanagisawa then.
Oh, yes, please.
Cool.
Oh, so, what a beautiful saxophone. Run me through the thought process here.
Okay, so on this one, I was more concerned about having something that's going to be playing really accurately when it comes to like the intonation and just how it feels underneath the fingers. It's not going to be something that's going to be overly bright, overly dark. It's just a very natural sounding instrument which allows you to focus more on what you're playing. You don't have to worry about if the sax is going to keep up with you.
That's very good, and it's also unbelievable as well.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it, it's an absolute stunner. Just have a look.
Goes without saying. We did, of course, have I had the option of the solid silver, the complete solid silver. But I thought, due to the two different metals here that we had available, I thought it was just going to give a little bit more of an interesting sound.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, the solid silver engraving work is gorgeous. The bronze tube, it gives you a bit more texture in the tone completely. And what mouthpiece are we going to put with this guy?
So if you pop that down there, so we've gone for a Robusto, which is manufactured by 10M Fan. Massive fan of the 10M Fan.
See what we did there, love that.
And I've paired that up with a MO Lig.
Okay, run me through the MO Lig. What's the idea there?
Do you know what? I think the most important thing to me when buying a ligature is something that's going to be sturdy. I know a lot of them can offer small nuances in how it's going to sound, especially if it's underneath a microphone, but I'm more interested in how it's going to feel, how quick it is to put together, and just it looks as well. You've got the gold round here on the 10M Fan, and it matches up nicely. So
lovely.
That's mainly the reason why.
And tone-wise from the Robusto?
Tone-wise from the Robusto, it's going to be slightly on the more slightly brighter side of things, but it's nothing crazy. And it being hard rubber, it's going to be it's quite flexible, and you can be with the dynamics.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so run me through setup number 2.
Setup number 2, I've gone where I feel probably most comfortable, and that is with the Selmer. More specifically, the Reference 54 in gold lacquer.
Oh, what a beaut it is as well. Oh, what a horn. So, okay, give me a run through the Selmer. So you picked up a Yanagisawa, so why is the Selmer the second horn you're picking up here?
So differing from the Yanagisawa, it's going to be a lot more resistant. So I do feel like you can get a slightly more playful with the tone that you may be going for. I know that the mouthpiece that we'll go through in a minute was going to have an effect on that as well, but due to the nature of the saxophone and the way that it's made and the bigger bore in it, it is actually going to allow you to be even more dynamic.
Amazing. So, okay, what mouthpiece are you going to pair with this?
This one's just gone, it's going out there a little bit. We've gone for
I'll grab it for you.
So we've got a Florida there, Retro Revival. Revival, yes, there we go.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
So, we didn't mention they're both 7 stars, so tip opening, it's not going to be too wild either. So I've gone for this because it's going to be quite a versatile mouthpiece as well to marry up with the Selmer, so you can get the best of both worlds, really.
Exactly that. You can push a little bit there through it and get quite a sort of like poppy, punky is the word I'm looking for.
Ligature as well.
Ligature, yes.
The Optimum. You do see quite a lot of people playing with Rovna ligatures on metal mouthpieces. I know back in the day a lot of people used to play Godalas with those, but I like I've already mentioned, I like it to be quite sturdy. It's not going to slip around. The colour combination here, it might not be everybody's taste.
I think it looks very smart.
But yeah, it's just something a bit different, isn't it?
It's
and it's, they're known for how robust they are, and they're just kind of a clean sound and easy to get along with when you're actually playing it. So that's the reason for that.
Fantastic. Okay, so accessory-wise, we're not going to talk about things like cleaning supplies. They're like super obvious and absolutely necessary. Strap-wise, you picked something I love.
Yeah.
You've picked the Sebula with the metal hook.
Yes, and it's the wide.
Why do you go for the wide adjuster?
It's more comfortable on the neck if you're wearing it for a long time. Not saying that any of the straps in the shop do strangle you, but if you do pop it on, be careful with my microphone here. You can see that it does kind of sit out. It's not actually touching my neck here. So
it's not going to choke you off.
If you are playing with a collar on or something like that at a gig, it's quite nice.
Lovely. And then reeds-wise, I'm fascinated about this because you had all of the reeds you could possibly choose. Yeah. And you went with orange box Ricos.
Good old orange box.
Okay, why?
Well, there's lots and lots of different types of reeds, as we know, and I've always kind of played these. You know, when you start playing the saxophone, you usually start on a cheaper reed, which these are. I don't feel like I get enough out of the tone with the other ones for me to start paying more money for them. And also, if you are you're stuck and you've broken on your reeds and you're at a gig and there's one music shop, I can guarantee you they will have one of these. So if you're used to playing these sorts of reeds, when you put it onto your setup, it's you're at home straight away.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Very good point. Interesting. Well, George, I think you have done a really, really good job here. You've picked out some gorgeous saxophones, wonderful mouthpieces, an interesting reed selection. But the thing is, our store's so big. Everyone's dream setup can look very, very different. So I asked you, the fine viewers, if you had £20,000 or equivalent currency to spend on your dream saxophone setup, what would it look like? Pop a comment underneath. Tell me and George all about what you would buy with that sort of money. Thank you so much for watching. Do be sure to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, quick one.
Okay.
Bit of a disclaimer. Thank you so much as well for I'm getting a bit emotional really, but I know I've been part of the Sax.co.uk family for a long time now, and it's I've played my part, but I mean 20 grand's a little bit generous, but I'm not going to say no. So yeah, I mean what I should do is I'll probably go and pay for that. So yeah, I'll catch you in a moment.